Let me tell you something quietly. Something the world has been very loud about hiding from you. You were not given your worth at some point in your life. You were born with it. Already whole, already royal, already crowned. Let that land in the body. There was a crown before the first name, before the first lesson that taught me how to be tame. I arrived here already, wearing something rare, a sovereignty so quiet the world didn't see it there. But I felt it in the stillest of the moments, that low recognition of my own sacred weight, that whisper underneath every loud opinion that said, this is mine, this has always been innate. I was not assembled by the things they said about me. I was not constructed from the love they chose to give. I arrived already with the whole of what I carry, and learned to hide it slowly, just to live in a world that asks you to produce before you're worthy, in a world that says you're not quite enough until. But the crown does not respond to the world's requirements. The crown was here before and wears me still. Feel it now, beneath the years of proving. Feel the sovereign truth that never moved. I was born with it, the crown nobody saw. I was born with it before the world laid down its law. With it, and I am wearing it right now. I was born with it, I don't need to learn it somehow. I was born with it. I was born with it. You were wearing it before you had words. You will be wearing it long after any doubt. It was never given. It was never yours to lose. I feel the weight of it settling in my shoulders, the kind of weight that lifts instead of presses down, the kind of knowing that grows quiet and grows bolder. I was born with this, I was born already crowned. I was born with it, the crown nobody saw. I was born with it before the world laid down its law. With it, and I am wearing it right now. No one gave it to you. That's exactly how you know it's real. What was never given can never be taken away. I was born with it, the crown of my own soul. I was born with it, already sacred, already whole. With it, and I carry it with grace. I was born with it, and I wear it in my face. I was born with it. I was born with it. Always. No one gave it to you. That's how you know it's real. I want to ask you something gently, with love. How long have you been waiting for someone to confirm what you already knew was true about yourself? The answer is longer than it should have been, because you never needed their permission. I have stood at so many doors, waiting to be let in, to rooms that were already mine. Had I only walked right in, I have asked for confirmation of the things I always knew. I have made my worth a question that someone else could answer to. But the crown does not require a single outside voice. The crown was always present before I had a choice. And every time I asked someone to grant me my own name, I was handing them the crown that was already mine to claim. I have shrunk in certain rooms to make the others comfortable. I have folded my own knowing when it felt too uncomfortable to stand in what I know. In the face of all their doubting was something I was never taught was worth the trouble of shouting. But the crown is not a shout, the crown is not a fight. The crown is the quiet knowing that I carry in the night, that says I never needed this, I never needed you to tell me who I am when I already knew. I lay down the waiting now, I lay down the asking. I wear the crown that was always already mine for the taking. I never needed permission to know my own worth. I never needed permission, I had it from birth. I never needed permission to wear what was mine. I never needed permission to stand in my own divine. I never needed it, I never needed it. Every door you waited outside of was a door you could have simply walked through. You had the key the whole time. It was never theirs to give. I receive my own permission here right now. Today I receive the sovereign knowing that has never gone away. I am the voice I needed, I am the door flung wide. I am the only one who ever had to let me inside. I never needed permission to know my own worth. I never needed permission, I had it from birth. I never needed permission to wear what was mine. I never needed permission to stand in my own divine. I never needed it, I never needed it. The waiting is over now. You are your own permission. You always were. I never needed permission, and now I finally know. I never needed permission to let my sovereign glow. I give myself the only permission I ever need. I'm sovereign, I am crowned, I am finally free. I never needed it, I never needed it. I was always already free. The only permission you ever needed was your own. Some things are only visible to those who are ready to see them. Your crown was never invisible because it wasn't real. It was invisible because most people have not yet learned how to look at that level. That was never your limitation. That was always theirs. They looked and didn't see it, so I thought it wasn't there. I searched their faces for a sign that I was something rare. And when the sign didn't come, I made myself smaller still, thinking maybe if I earned it, maybe then they will. They were looking at the surface of a much deeper thing. They were looking for a crown they knew, not the one I'd bring. And I was carrying a crown at the level they couldn't see. Something real and something ancient, something entirely free. I have met people whose eyes pass right through my sovereignly, who look and see the ordinary of a woman being seen. And I used to take their missing as the truth about my weight, but their blindness was not evidence of my invisible state. The crown they couldn't see was never asking to be seen. The crown they couldn't see knows exactly what I mean when I say what is most real is often least apparent. What is most mine is often most transparent. I stopped searching for their eyes to confirm what I already feel. I stopped needing to be seen to know the crown is real. The crown they couldn't see was always on my head. The crown they couldn't see was real as breath and bread. The crown they couldn't see was never made for their sight. The crown they couldn't see was mine by sacred right. The crown they couldn't see. The crown they couldn't see. Invisibility is not the same as absence. What they missed was never less than real. You have always been wearing it, even when no one else could feel it. I wear the crown now, without waiting to be seen. I wear the crown now, I know exactly what I mean. The ones who see it are the ones who carry their own, and we recognize each other in the sacred and the unknown. The crown they couldn't see was always on my head. The crown they couldn't see was real as breath and bread. The crown they couldn't see was never made for their sight. The crown they couldn't see was mine by sacred right. The crown they couldn't see. The crown they couldn't see. The right people will always see it, because they are wearing their own. Like recognizes like, always. The crown they couldn't see is the most real thing I own. The crown they couldn't see is the thing that brought me home, to myself, to my knowing, to the sacred of my soul. The crown they couldn't see was what always kept me home. The crown they couldn't see. The crown they couldn't see was always real. What they couldn't see was never less than real. It was simply theirs to miss. I want to name something that I think you recognize. The habit of removing your own crown before entering a room. The way you make yourself smaller so others feel more comfortable. The automatic diminishing that happens so many times, you stop noticing you were doing it. Today, we stop. I have learned to take it off at the door of certain rooms. I have learned to fold my knowing so the space around me blooms with the comfort of the others who are not ready for my light. I have learned to dim the crown to make the gathering feel right. But the gathering was never made less by what I am. The gathering was only changed by the small program that told me that my presence was a thing to calibrate and kept me adjusting the crown to fit another's gait. I have walked into so many rooms, already half removed, already tilting the crown sideways, already in the groove of making my sovereignty a thing of measured dose, of being just enough of me, but never quite the most. But the crown was not designed for calibration or for fit. The crown was designed for wearing fully all of it. And every room I dimmed it, I was not protecting them, I was only teaching myself to take it off again. No more doorways where I fold it, no more rooms where I diminish. I walk in wearing all of it, and I do not finish. I stop taking it off, I stop making myself small, I stop taking it off, I stop fitting through their halls, I stop taking it off, I wear it as I came, I stop taking it off, I will never do it again. I stop taking it off, I stop taking it off. Every time you removed it for someone else's comfort, you were teaching yourself a false thing, that their ease was worth more than your truth. It never was. I enter every room not wearing everything I am, not loudly, not as performance, but as simply who I am. The crown is not a weapon and it's not a show of pride. It is simply who I am when I don't step to the side. I stop taking it off, I stop making myself small, I stop taking it off, I stop fitting through their halls, I stop taking it off, I wear it as I came, I stop taking it off, I will never do it again. Stop taking it off, I stop taking it off, stop taking it off. Wear it into every room from now on, not to prove anything to anyone, simply because it is yours, and you are done taking it off. I stopped taking it off, and I feel the difference now. I stopped taking it off, and the rooms adjust somehow to the fullness of a woman who has stopped the compromise. I stopped taking it off, and I finally recognize. Stop taking it off. I stopped taking crown, always. The rooms that need you to be smaller were never built for the woman you are. This is where we arrive. After everything we've walked through in this meditation, after the recognition, the permission, the naming, the choosing, we arrive here. Not at the beginning of sovereignty, but at the remembering of it. You've been sovereign through every single moment of this life. Sovereign in your grief, sovereign in your confusion, sovereign in the years you thought you were anything but sovereign, always. I have been sovereign in the years I didn't feel it. I have been sovereign in the seasons I call lost. I have been sovereign through the doubt and through the breaking. I have been sovereign through the grief that came at cost. The crown was on my head when I cried on the floor. The crown was on my head when I couldn't see the door. The crown was on my head through everything I've been. Sovereign, always, even when I could not see. Sovereignty is not the absence of the struggle. Sovereignty is not the days when I feel strong. Sovereignty is the truth that holds beneath the struggle. The ground that says I belong, not to anyone's approval, not to any outside measure, not to the life that might have been if things had gone some other way. I belong to my own knowing, I belong to my own treasure. The sovereign truth inside me will not go away. I carry this forward now, into every ordinary morning, into every simple day that will become the life I've always worn. Sovereign always, through every version of my life. Sovereign always, through every season, every strife. Sovereign always, the crown was never not there. Sovereign always, and I breathe it in the air. Sovereign always, sovereign always. You were sovereign when you didn't know the word. You were sovereign when you thought you were the opposite. You were sovereign in the falling. You are sovereign now in the rising. I take this knowing forward into tomorrow's ordinary, into the dishes and the phone calls, into the quiet and the loud. I am sovereign in the grocery store. I am sovereign in the worry. I am sovereign and I wear the crown, even in a crowd that doesn't see it, even in the noise, even when the volume of the world is louder than my voice. I am sovereign, always, in the seen and in the unseen. I am sovereign in all the places I have ever been. Sovereign always, through every version of my life. Sovereign always, through every season, every strife. Sovereign always, the crown was never not there. Sovereign always, and I breathe it in the air. Sovereign, sovereign always, sovereign always. Carry this with you when you leave this meditation. not as a feeling to protect, but as a fact to return to. You are sovereign. You have always been sovereign. You will always be sovereign, always. And now I know it in my bones. Sovereign, always. I carry this crown all the way home, into the life I'm building, into the woman that I am. Sovereign, always. I finally understand. Sovereign, always. Sovereign, always. I am crowned. I am home. You are sovereign in the falling. You are sovereign in the rising. You have always been sovereign.